right, everybody, just like that. Welcome to the Studying Brew episode 695 on this amazing Wednesday night. It is great, even though my Kings lost tonight to the Oilers 4-2. It was tied up. It was good. They still have not played a full 60 minutes, Brandy.
Oh.
I know Brandy could care less about hockey, but Villari was great. Anyways.
I only do two sports, man.
That's it.
Two sports.
I wish I was way more into hockey like I used to, but I only got so much time. But all right. Anyhow,
it's baseball season.
Anyhow, I won't talk about that either. Anyways, my name is Andy. I am the guy that answers all the phone calls, all the text messages over here at KonaButterflyz, but you're not here for my hosting and answering skills. No, you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and that Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get those pass notices, those licenses. So that way at the summer, you can just get it done. Yeah. It's going to be a hot security summer for all of you. If you get your licenses, that's all I'm talking about. Leveling up. You don't want to miss out on those barbecues. You've got IRAs happening all year long, almost all year long in California. They extended the tax time, so no, for some people it is.
No. They extended the tax time, but you still had a major contribution.
Oh, contributions are already over.
Yeah.
Never mind. But you can still do IRAs and Roths all year long. It's just not the one. So, yeah. Anyways. So there you go. You don't want to miss out on setting up those retirement plans over the summer. A lot of people still making job moves, career moves, and there's a lot of 401ks that get to roll over.
I will actually say this. If you start meeting with small businesses, you can actually get their retirement plan in place before October, and they'll get credit for this year.
There you go. So if you got your securities license, you can do that. You can set up some 401ks for companies before October.
Yep.
So there you go. Yeah. So I was kind of right. Just,
yeah,
I had to broaden the spectrum a little bit. So there you go. Guys, get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done.
Get it done. Get it done. Get it done.
That's the name of the game, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who am I looking for? No?
I did not see her. I saw him.
Guys, I wish our passer last night. So I'm just looking through here. Janetta was supposed to talk tonight, so I was looking out. So let me know in the chat so I don't have to keep looking. If anybody sees Janetta Greer show up, or she's on and under a different name, let me know. Guys, seriously, if you did not pay attention to my Instagram, I actually did the math with Brandy.
Yes, we did.
Passed the Series 6, the 63, and the 26 in 26 days.
Yes, from the 6 to the 26, it was 26 days.
Yeah.
25 days, something. Less than 30.
Yeah, it was like 25 days. I think that's what I put, or 26 days. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's close. I mean, 25 or 26, that's still less than a month.
For
3 exams.
Yes.
Guys, that is the power of passing or using KonaButterflyz. It's the system, it's the techniques, it's the way we show you how to read those questions.
Our SIE passer yesterday decided, you know what, I'm just going to take a Series 6 simulated just to see where I'm at.
Yeah.
Tired, exhausted.
Never studied the 6.
Has not studied the 6. Just brand new. Got a 65.
65%.
For a brand new, never studied.
Totally not even cracked the book, never looked at anything. That's what we're talking about, guys. It's a system in which we're trying to teach you that, it's not just content. It's a whole system in which you can start multiplying and start and really start knocking down the time frames in which you can pass these exams. Because once you get mastering how to take these exams, you can really collapse time frames when it comes to doing these tests.
Right.
And you can do like Janetta Greer did.
Yes.
And in like literally 2 weeks, every 2 weeks she was passing an exam. That's how that happens.
Boom. But what?
Less than 2 weeks, actually. Yeah. We counted it out. She was like 13 days on one, 12 days on another.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. And you just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm going to tell you guys. It's not just getting our content. It's going to the lives. It's getting, everything that you can soak up that we're trying to teach you here with the techniques and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We got people passing exams that we don't even teach the 52, and they're passing the 52 with our stuff.
Yeah. We don't teach the MLO.
We don't teach the MLO. We're going to have more about that in a minute. But I hope that gives you some hope And I hope that gets you to get some motivation to get in there and really dedicate yourself and get immersed in this KonaButterflyz world we got going on over here and this community, because it's positive, it's learning, and you can get in there. And we have our own membership, our own course material. We got 21-day plan redo, or not a redo, upgrade. It's coming soon, but for all the people that volunteered to be our test subjects, our betas,
Yeah.
they're gonna have that probably to tomorrow or the next. They're gonna be able to get a little look, a little sneak peek. It's not complete, but it'll be a nice sample
Yes.
of that. So if you already reached out, that's the list I got, and I'll be sending those out soon. I'm not making any more lists. I'm not adding anybody else, but
He's already checked it twice.
yeah, it was like Santa Claus. So but if you already reached out to me and already gave you the thumbs up, I'll be sending that out soon.
Yeah.
So that way you can check it out. And it's just for the SIE. So if you're on those other exams, you're gonna have to wait a minute. But if we get the SIE done, it'll be pretty quick after we can get the 6, 63, 26, 65 done. 65 is going to take a while. It's a lot of stuff.
But it will.
It's a ton of stuff, but it will be done.
Yes.
But we'll know how we want to do it.
Right.
So if you want to get in on our system, you want to get into our course material, our techniques, all that great stuff, you just got to go sign up, be a member. It's right there. You just got to scan that QR code, that link tree. You just go right in there, watch that orientation replay. It shows you how to do what we do, all the different options we have. Plus, we got study guides available in that same link. We got for the SIE, the 663. We even have one for the 26. You just got to be a member, and you can get that. The 26 is only $10, but you got to be a member and you got to grab that link. But we also have the $20 for the other ones. Those are ebooks. You can print them out, and it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Kona community, we have 24/7 study hall with Studying Brew replays. That is our Discord. Guys, if you're studying with us, I'm really seriously thinking, if you're a senior, I don't know why there's a ruler up there all of a sudden.
Don't ask.
Anyways, but I was gonna say, if you're a senior, I'm really thinking about having a Saturday where just my seniors, because I got a few. We meet up and we'll just make sure that you guys you're on the right track and you can get everything, and I can help you out. Just a tutorial. I'm not teaching content. I'm just gonna help navigate. You guys join Zoom or Discord or something, and then it'll be just that, you know.
That'd be awesome.
I know there's some people who are like, oh, I want to go too. I'm not gonna kick you out if you're not, but I'm gonna dedicate it to the seniors. I'm gonna let them, you know, I'm gonna go at a much slower pace and see if they, you know, I can help them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Navigating, because I know, you know, they grew up in a time where phones were still on the walls and they had rotaries. You know, this technology stuff is a little new.
Yes.
It's not a new to some of y'all that grew up with cell phones. I hate to tell you this, guys. If you're under the age of 30, there was this time long ago where we didn't have phones in our pockets.
Yeah. No.
And if we wanted to know something and we were out and about, guess what we had to do? We had to do this thing called remember.
Yeah.
We had to memorize. We had to read things on books with paper.
Yeah, guys, I used to write on my hand.
And you know what? If you weren't home, how did they get a hold of you? Well, they just had to call back later because you weren't home.
Nope.
That's how they knew you weren't home.
Nope.
No one answered. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But
Road maps.
yeah, don't get me started on road maps. Anyways, that was a whole different subject. Yeah, Thomas Guide. Yeah, you had to learn how to do that. That's a whole nother subject. But anyways, I'm really thinking about doing that. You guys all know my phone number is 866 Hey Kona. If you're interested in me doing something like that for y'all, you my seniors, I'm gonna do. I already got the gray hair. I'm officially. I feel like I can start a group like that. Right. I'm getting closer. I got some gray hair. I'm not quite at the senior age, but I feel like at least
you can pull it off.
At least I feel like I can open the door. Let's just say that.
Yes.
So let me know if you're interested in all that. And we'll go ahead and do that on a Saturday, not this Saturday, or maybe it will be this Saturday. I don't know. I'll let you know.
Next Saturday will be a little rough.
So probably this Saturday.
This Saturday will probably be easier.
Yeah, look for announcements. I'll have a finite, definite answer tomorrow night. I'll put it on the Telegrams. I'll put it on the Discord. I'll probably put it on Patreon. I'll send it out multiple places and ways so that way you all know when to join up. It'll probably be about lunchtime at on Saturday, somewhere around there, 11, 12, somewhere around there. Because Andy has to eat lunch because his blood sugar drops. So I have to eat it beforehand.
Such a mess.
I am a mess. Oh boy. Anyways, so you join our community. All right, live sessions. Here we go. We got those going on tomorrow. Series 6. Oh man, this one's a long one.
No, I'll say it. Account openings. It's just what you need to open an account.
Okay, cool. Because you got account openings, changes, and something called CIP. CIP?
CIP is the Customer Information Program.
Okay, yeah. So see what I mean? That was a lot.
Yeah, we're just gonna do account openings. Just
now SIE I got memorized. That's margins.
That was easy.
Margins tomorrow. Those are all the sessions that we got going on. Series 6, 7 a.m. in Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. in the East. That one will be recorded. That one will be sent out after that. We don't normally do it, but since we're recording content on Tuesdays for later dispersal, we're going to be doing the Series 6 on Thursdays. We'll be recording those live sessions and sending them out like normal.
Yeah.
So you'll get that recording. SIE already went out on Tuesday, and that one is going to be a 1 p.m. Hawaii, 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. East. And SIE, the 4 o'clock on Thursdays might be changing soon for the summertime. Or permanent. We'll see how it goes, but I'll put out some times on the Patreon, see what we can agree upon. But we're going to do much earlier time on Thursday.
Yes.
So I'll let you guys all know when that's coming, but just let you know that'll start in June sometime. We'll
probably
through. So if you don't like that time, guess what? Pass your SIE before then.
Yeah.
How about that?
Sorry, y'all have a month.
There.
Do it. You guys can do it.
You don't like that time? Pass the SIE before then. You don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean?
You got 6 weeks, guys. You can do it.
Yeah.
Still working.
That's right.
Siri's all up in there.
Yeah. Don't say the name again. Anyways.
I'm having trouble with the connection.
Me too.
Oh, that's your phone.
Oh.
There's a lot of her.
There's a lot of stuff going on. All right. So we'll do that. And then we have a workshop, test taking techniques workshop. Our Series 52 passer they attended this, and they've been using our techniques. That's how they got that done. But we extend this out to the life. You know, if you're studying life, you're studying MLO, right? We had an MLO or 2 pass. We'll have more about that in just a second. Series 6, 63, 26, 65, 7. We're going over all that stuff. Techniques. It's universal. It's the how to pass those multiple choices. You know what I mean? So that's how you get it done. Yes. Yeah. Series 52, not Siri. No, she's working here still. Anyways, so that's Saturday morning, 30 to 45 minutes, 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Mountain, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. in the East. No replays available. Just be there. And we'll have some great questions for you to kind of just get those concepts down.
Yes.
So be there or be square. If you didn't know, if you haven't been following us on it, well, it doesn't matter. This guy still hasn't sent me a picture, but we talked about him yesterday, and I'll talk about him today. But we had a passer. Yeah, we talked about him yesterday. We mentioned him. I had said that he would be on here today. But go ahead and let's give a warm welcome to our man, AB. He passed the MLO. Yeah, he's already passed the SIE with us. He already passed the Series 6.
Yeah.
The 63.
Yeah.
And the Series 26 with us.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go get your gear on. Look at him with all the KonaButterflyz gear representing. See, that's how you pass exams. You look good in all the gear, the swag, and then you just take all that knowledge and you go pass those exams.
That's right.
And congratulations, AB. He's almost like a son to us at this point. We've known him for a long time, not a long time, but we've known him for a minute. Yes. And he used to drive all the way from Phoenix to Riverside to go to when we used to do in-person classes.
Yeah.
So that was like a good 6 to 8 hour drive for him. And he would stay the weekend just to be in our classes, just so he can get that knowledge so he can pass those exams, guys.
Still trips me out.
Yeah. And he learned the system, and now he's applying it to the MLO, got it done. And I have a feeling he's going to go take that 65 now and go get that done too. He's just like Conan. He's just conquering lands. I can go on and on about this, but how'd you get it done, my buddy, my friend, my brother?
Andy, I love you guys. God bless you.
You.
First off, like you're 100% right. You guys are like parents. I literally refer to Brandy as like she's the godmother. She's the Jedi godmother. She's training us. She protects us when she has to. Yeah, she's fierce. She's the best person to have in your corner. And Andy just always just reeling us in when he needs, you know what I mean, when we get too lost, or always bringing us back to center, but then raising us up with that encouragement. Like, I can't thank you. Like when I hear you talk, I think like I'm like, who's he talking about? I'm like, AB, unmute yourself. I'm like, I can't even with you right now, man. I love you guys so much. Yeah. If you want to dive right into it with how I got it done, I really have to go back to the 21-day challenge or plan with the SIE. I like mentally, like that question, like mentally just took me back to the SIE, and you just telling me about like traveling, like you really put me in that zone. So I'm going to go back there and I'm going to get that answer for you. I remember I passed the life insurance exam like maybe 1 or 2 months before the IE even took into effect. So this is a while back. This was like 2008, I think, or whenever that came into play. But I remember everyone being like, oh, hurry up, you got to pass the SIG, or you know what I mean? They implement the SIE or whatever. So I couldn't even get access to any of the 6 content in time, but I was just like, you know what? I had a few hoops to jump through with the life insurance. And I was like, you know what? As soon as the S came out, Brandy was already working on a workshop for it. I mean, we were literally navigating this situation like as the test was being released. I remember we were getting the first group of people to go in there and take that test. I remember so Curtis, I will never forget. I wish I knew what hierarchy he was in. He's from like the Leif Erikson and the SpongeBob reference. That was the greatest time. And what is her name? Like Latoya Washington. I'm sorry.
No, Montoya.
Montoya? Yes. Montoya was in there. Curtis was in there. There was a few. Those two I remember because they were just awesome to be with. They were so
by the
funny.
way, Montoya Parker is now a $200,000 earner.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yep. RVP $200,000. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love every bit of it. So yeah, we were actually like pilot group people going in there to take this. And it's the 22-day challenge, like the template of it. You can still apply it like Andy was saying, or you can still apply it to different licenses. And you can even scale it for time if you need to. You don't have to, but if you need to, like, because and this is just a personal thing, like with me, the MLO, it is different content. So like just the fact that it was different content kind of slowed down my learning curve just a little bit, but the structure and the template is still there. There were days where, you know, I would do 5 to 10 minutes of reading out of every unit, and I would do maybe like 20 quiz questions. There were certain days where I would do 5 quiz questions and not touch the study matter. And you'll see there's varying task points, you know, within, whether it's a 20-day challenge. I mean, so much has changed. Like, I apologize in advance. I'm going off of like these 20 challenges that were being created when the SIE first came out.
It
I'm
still is
sure
21 day. No, it's still 21 days, man. You got it right.
you guys off the jump, I can tell you guys are refining your program and just you guys just keep leveling up with the techniques that you're developing. Because how is it even possible to get all those licenses that you were talking about earlier? And what was it, 26 days, 30 days? I didn't even know it was like from a regulatory standpoint, I didn't even it's possible. So I'm like, oh, you guys are on a whole nother level. You really are. But yeah, if we're getting deep into the MLO, I don't want to take it off subject because I know it's not about the MLO. The MLO doesn't 100% deviate from securities licenses. You will revisit some things with like the I think it's called the Graham Bleach Liley Act. Not call registries. You're still dealing with Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. You're still dealing with the secondary market. You're still dealing with debt securities. So I'll just kind of like you're not abandoning subject matter altogether. And so I think maybe that's why it kind of like that's how it cruises. It kind of cruises, you're not completely going off into uncharted territory. But I started looking at the 65 and it really just kind of seems like a ginormous version of the SIE.
You are correct, sir.
With really in-depth looks at maybe things you glanced over in like the 63 or the 6 or the 6 or whatever. The 63 is cool because that's like your first NASA. That was like my first test, like the National North American Securities Administrative Association. Maybe wrong. Right?
Dang, no, you got it right. Hey, I got news for you. The 65, we have a 30-day accelerated plan for that. We cut that down from 60.
Take my money. Take my money. I'll get some more Kona drip. I'll get some more Kona drip. Take my money. Is it out yet? Do you have it available for purchase?
Oh yeah. And I got new drip too. I got new sweatpants in there that you can see. Get in there, and track pants I'm working on. So just yeah, you got to get back into the store. I'll hook you up.
Andy, that's all I'm missing. All I need is some sweatpants or some joggers, brother.
Oh, dude, I got you. I'll just tell me and we'll figure it out. I'll make you I'll do the AB design.
Oh man, I can't even with you guys. Like, right, because I don't
gotta do me one favor.
Joggers, I wear like comfy sweatpants by default.
Yeah, I know you're a
gym rat. I got no Kona gear on the legs, man. I gotta get the armor, the Kona armor for the legs, brother.
We're gonna do it because you're gonna get a financial advisor. All I gotta say is all you gotta do is take your finally take that MLO pass notice picture with all that gear on for me.
100%. I'm on Instagram up and running and make that post for you.
Or just send me a picture and I'm good with that. You don't even have to do your Instagram post for me. You just do it. Just send me the picture and I'll post it up.
I got you, Andy. One of the reasons why I like want to pass these licenses so bad is because I get to talk to you guys. Like I don't get to see you guys that much anymore. Like,
well, come out. You guys. So, well, all you got to do is come out and we'll have a reunion.
I love it. I have a team of people, agents signed up with me right now who have done nothing but hear about you guys and who are dying to meet you guys. And it's a huge.
All right. Well, we'll have to go out to Arizona. We'll have to go out to Arizona. That ain't that far from us. So we'll have.
We're gonna come. There. We're probably gonna make a visit to home office sometime during the summer, whether it's June or July. And then of course,
you want to go into the cooler weather.
But Arizona's always going to welcome you with open arms. You just tell me when and we'll get the house ready for you.
We'll do that. I'm going to try to go out there before the summer because I don't want to be in Arizona during the summer.
Amen to that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll catch up later, but thank you for being on, AB. I appreciate you. See, guys, it's all about the studying. It's all the methods and the madness that you learn, and then you two can have cool drip and have like awesome pass notice pictures and be like AB just marching through these things.
Heck yeah, he is.
Congratulations, AB.
Super
Thank you for being on here.
I love you guys. I'm gonna drop my email real quick just in case anyone wants to like reach out, or whatever. If you just need more or encouragement or anything like that, I'm always here for the call. So I love you guys. God bless you guys. God be with you guys as you march in there and go face your tests. And may just give your heart peace and strength at the same time, even as you're studying. So tons of love and respect to you guys.
Oh man, thank you, AB.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm so glad that you showed up. I really am. Thank you.
I'll be talking to you soon.
I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, for sure. All right, brother.
Jamie, I'll get him on Discord.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yeah.
I'll get him on Discord.
Yeah. Brandy will hook him up with the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's just pretty awesome. It's just like that, guys. I'm telling you, it's a system in which we're trying to teach you how to study. Joanna passed the MLL, same thing. She, it's not securities per se, but the studying, the learning, the structure we try to teach you, the 10 minutes at a time, all the stuff that AB was talking about. And, it's the way we apply it and the way you guys can get through these things and these exams with the techniques. I'm telling you, it's just more than just securities content. We're trying to teach you a way to study and a way to get through this stuff. We want you guys to level up to whatever it is you want to do.
Absolutely.
And so thank you, AB, for showing that. But tonight we're going to go to our Discord. Speaking of our Discord, our community, tonight we're going to go over the questions that were left on Discord Wednesday for Discord Wednesday. AB, you need to jump on this. This is our Discord. Sign up. This is our Kona community. This is where all the family's at. And that way you can hang out. There's also like an off-topic channel. There's like all kinds of stuff on there. We got Kona music. We got the YouTube on there. We got the daily PMA, so you can drop PMA quotes on there. You can reach us, and you can just talk to people on here. It's everybody's on here is the Kona family, and you got like a whole wide range, not just in Riverside. We're now in all the different states. You even got Alaska, Hawaii, all across the United States. So
heck yeah,
definitely it'd be awesome for all of you to join in on this. If you haven't joined, I'll put the links up in the chat so that way you guys can get on here. But tonight we're going to go over some questions that were left on here. So let's take it away, Brandy. If you want to have your questions up on here for Wednesday on our Discord Wednesday nights, make sure to put those up there so Brandy has time to see them, and then we'll go after it like we do each and every Wednesday night. And Brandy gets that up there for you guys. All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready. Okay. So one thing I am going to say is I can already tell that this is a checkpoint. Well, it says it on here, but I could tell by, guys, look, I have seen Kaplan now since 2015. Yeah. Like, I'm going to be real. I have seen it since 2015. Why? Because that's what I used to study for.
You probably almost have the Q bank memorized at this point.
It's not even a joke. Like, I wish I could say Andy's exaggerating, but I have probably seen every single Kaplan question from the SIE to the 6 to the 63. Now I'm getting used to the 7, the 26, and the 65. Like, a lot of the questions that you guys have, I'm like, I've seen it, right? Not in like a, but more like, man, Kaplan, you need to cycle out some of your questions, right? They're old news. But of course, I don't know anybody who lives in Kaplan as much as I do. But honestly, when it comes to these checkpoints exams, right, one of the things that I want to mention about these checkpoints is that, okay, maybe if you want an extra challenge because you're kind of used to seeing this, the questions in the simulateds or in your custom quiz, or even like if like you just want an extra challenge, okay, I'm going to say it that way. Like, you just want that extra challenge, then take the checkpoints. Other than that, don't bother with them. They're not, how do you want to say it? They're not anything that you can learn from. Now, the checkpoints, I will say, are better than the final exams on Kaplan.
Don't do the final exam.
The final exams are, how do I put it nicely, momentum killers.
And they're nothing like the exam. They're not even close.
You can't learn from them. So you don't really know.
Why can't you learn from them?
They don't give you the answers back. So our whole thing, and this is what we're going to show you guys tonight, our whole thing is going back and reviewing why you got a question wrong. Because if you're making the same mistakes, you don't know until you know that you're making these mistakes. And so if you're taking a quiz and it's 75, 85 questions and you got a 40%, one, you feel like crap. No offense. Sorry. I know we're all adults here, but you feel bad because you're like, wait a minute. In my simulated, I just scored a 75. I just scored an 85. And why did I get a 40? Well, my test is tomorrow. I'm not taking my test tomorrow. I'm not worth it. Obviously I'm going to suck at it. I'm not going to pass. Right. And then you can't even review what you got wrong. All it will show you is like, oh, you need more work over here in products and risks. But it doesn't tell you anything. Guys, we have people who fail those things and then pass the next day.
I would say 90% of the people who pass these exams have never passed a mastery or the final exams on Kaplan or FINRA.
Exactly.
90% of the people that pass have yet to pass those.
Exactly.
So what does that tell you? It's not a really good litmus test if you're passing the exam, but yet you failed those supposed exams.
Right. And Kaplan will tell you, well, if you pass the final exam, you have a 90% chance of passing the real exam. So usually what happens is, like, let's say you finally pass one of those final exams because you've taken the same test kind of over and over again. So you pass the final exam, you're like, sweet, I'm good to go. And you don't give the real exam the effort and the time and the energy it needs because, well, Kaplan says I'm going to pass. So whatever, I got this.
You're a little too confident, a little too cocky.
So you let off the gas. So either way, passing or not passing, I feel like they're momentum killers.
Right. And if you take those exams, the final or the practice, right, or the mastery, it's the same questions over and over again. So the more you take it, the more you're memorizing those questions to answer. So they're completely useless after the first time you took it anyway.
Yeah, guys, if you are, so there's like Primerica is a firm that they have a contract with Kaplan and they made it so you could take those exams multiple times. If you were to buy Kaplan yourself, you can only take that test once.
And if you ask Kaplan why, it's because what I just said. They're the same questions. They don't mix them up, and it's completely useless after the first time you take it.
Exactly. Like
that's how we know.
Like this question. So CMOs are what is called a collateralized mortgage obligation.
Yeah. I bet you AB knew that.
Probably. He's probably heard of them. So when I look at that, I go, okay, well, that's a mortgage. That's a mortgage. That doesn't have mortgages. And this is non-mortgage debt. So that's not it. Okay.
Right.
Now, collateralized mortgage obligations, there's no word in there that says government, correct?
No.
So you're out. So then just by process of elimination, we get to B. Now, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I mentioned this in a small group today, so I want to say it again because I mention it like periodically. I just forget to mention it all the time. Be okay with not knowing the right answer and getting to the right answer because the other three don't make sense, or the other three you can eliminate. Process of elimination is your best friend, as we just demonstrated.
Yeah, you might not even know why that's right. Most people probably don't even know why that's right at all if you're using those test-taking techniques. It doesn't matter.
No, doesn't matter.
Repeat after me. A pass is a pass.
A pass is a pass is a pass is a pass.
Who cares if you knew? You still walked out with a pass. Ask Miriam. She still doesn't know how options work, and she passed the SIE. She's like, I don't know.
I love it. Okay.
Whatever Brandy taught me.
So I know this is a little light, so I'm going to read it. But one of the things that I'm going to show you guys that I noticed right away, because we do answers first here, is I see rule 144 and I see 144. Okay. But I also see only, and then, right? So I see those words. So rule 144 goes like this. Okay. If I buy it, if it's not in the open market, okay, if it's not in the open market, that means that I have restrictions, and that means that there is a hold. Okay. So if I purchased not in the open market, That means there's restrictions. That means there's a hold. You're grounded for 6 months. On an unrelated note, but related, but unrelated, if I have some sort of affiliation or control, then I am going to have volume limits. Okay. Now here's the thing. I wrote them in 2 different colors for a reason. Okay. The reason why I wrote them in 2 separate colors is because this is like part 1 and this is part 2, right? So when I look at Rule 144 questions tomorrow, I mean, I tell the chat, when I see Rule 144 questions, I always look at these 2 aspects separately, because you could be restricted and not be affiliated. You could be affiliated and not have restrictions. You could also be on restriction and be affiliated. So it's one, the other, both, or none. Okay. So that's what I do. So in my mind, this is what I'm already doing. Okay. So A says immediately 144 volume limits. So when I see volume limits, guess what I'm going to look for? I'm going to look for the affiliation. Okay. And there's no restriction. Okay. No restriction. In D, it says immediately with no volume restrictions. So this means no restriction. And this means no affiliation. That is what I'm going to look for when I get to that question. And the question says, an officer of a public company. I'm an officer of a public company, which means I'm definitely affiliated, right? So check. So this part, check. Buys 1,000 shares of the company's registered stock. So it's registered and it's in the open market. So that means that there's no restrictions. So I could do it immediately. And the answer is A. So you guys see what I did there? I just did it in parts.
I just wish we could read it better.
I know, sorry. I am going to post it in the message board.
Okay.
So it will be posted in the message board after this. But guys, one of the things that I realized that I started doing when I started breaking down, when I started observing when I started looking at my questions differently, was I started reading them in fragments. And if I could be completely honest, I'm not even reading them in fragments. I'm actually just looking at the words. I'm just looking at words. Okay. So we'll call this the last one, because actually there was not that many new questions posted.
In any of the other ones?
In any of the other ones, I looked, it was questions that we've already answered.
All right.
Hint, 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 other tests.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
They didn't want to be on long. That's why they didn't post.
Yeah, I know. They wanted to get off early. So it's
Yeah.
cool. All right. So I look at this and I go, okay, 2,360, 1,200, or 600, right? I could kind of make some observations, or I can just move on. I don't know what we're talking about, right? I just looked at my dollar amounts. Okay. Got money. Right. So it says the minimum initial requirement when purchasing 100 shares at $12 in a new account would be. Well, I mean, there's nothing. So this is how I'm looking at this question, because one of the things that I have to remember is this. Don't overthink, Brandy. Don't overthink. Don't add to the question. Don't overthink. Don't add to the question, right? So I go like this. The minimum initial requirement when purchasing 100 shares. Why wouldn't I just go 100 times 12 equals 1,200?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
There's no reason not to, right? So that's the answer. Now, I know what this person was looking for, because this is why, guys, this is why reviewing your questions is so important. So we get to this question. Okay. Now check this out. Well, actually, it's the same question, just different numbers. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Let me see here. I'm just looking.
Isn't that a Backstreet Boys song? In Sync? What is that?
No, but it's Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to say this again. This is kind of annoying. This question is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Because here's why. And this is what you guys experience in your own. This is what you guys experience when you're quizzing, and I could totally get it. The minimum initial requirement when purchasing 200 shares. Does this say anything about a margin account right there?
No.
So tell me why.
Tell me why.
This explanation is talking about a margin account. Though, does it say anything in that explanation that talks about a margin account?
Yeah. Does that even have the characteristics of a margin account?
I mean, it does because they're talking about the 50 or the 2000, but it doesn't say that in the question. And it doesn't say the word margin in your answer explanation.
And on the exam, there will be a little bit more, there'll be way more detail on that.
If they want you, if on the test, guys, on the test, they will be explicitly clear if they want you to know it's a margin question.
Yeah. Even though, you know, Jamie put minimal initial requirements.
Which I understand, and I'm
That's not
totally
enough.
with you. That's still not enough because we are supposed to take these questions very literally because that's what they teach us to do. And that's, if I just read it as it is, the minimum initial requirement when purchasing, okay, in a new account. What type of account? Most accounts are cash accounts, which means fully paid securities. So it's like, what the heck? But basically what this question is alluding to is because 200 times $7.50 equals a total of 1,500. It's less than the minimum required for and I'm going to spell it out here because sometimes Kaplan does not spell it out. For margin accounts is 2,000. I'm not going to finance more than the purchase price of the stock. So I'm just going to use the full price instead because it's less than 1,000. I mean, less than that 2,000. So that's why we're putting that 1,500 down.
Boom. We do have a series 26 or 2 up there if you want.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, there is. Jen put them up there.
Oh, did she put a new one up?
I don't know about new, but it didn't have any answers to them. So.
Oh, because we did these in the live session.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why.
Well, if you wanted to pick one just because.
Let's pick this one. Because this is this actually will cover all the grounds.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Okay, so we see 1, 2, 3, 4 questions in all of our quizzes, but they really only show up on the 63 and 65 on the real exam. So same kind of concept, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to map out my answers, A, B, C, and D. Okay, so I'm picking 2. Okay, so I just go based off that. Question says, which of the following is true regarding UGMAs? UGMAs are what we call custodial accounts. These are for minors, right? And we've got to, because these are for a minor, we've got to do stuff. We got to be pretty conservative in our selections, okay? Because it's not your account. It's that 4-year-old's
for
account.
the child.
Yeah. So
can't be gambling with the kids' money.
Don't be doing crazy
That's
stuff.
how I think of it. That's why they're conservative. We can't put a kid in a casino.
Boom.
That's how I remember that.
Less risk. So it says a custodian cannot borrow from the account. Let me ask you a question. Custodian, is the account yours? No. So you can't borrow.
That's right. Take that kid out of the casino.
Right. Don't be taking money out of your kid's piggy bank for your casino money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because these are conservative, margins are not permitted. Dude, if the custodian can't borrow against the account, right? We can't borrow money to purchase securities inside of a custodian account. We just can't do it. So this is true, right? So 1 and 2 are true. That's why we get it. So why isn't 3 or 4 the correct answer? Well, 3 says, let me get my different color here. 3 says a custodian may grant full trading authority to a third party. You are the custodian. Don't be passing that off. If you're passing off full control over this account to somebody else, you're no longer the custodian.
No, that's a kid's account, man.
It's no longer yours. So not true.
What you doing?
Okay. And now this one is a deep, deep dive. In fact, I think I said I was going to Google this stuff for funsies because I know this is not on the test. The first 3,000 in annual earnings is tax-free. General rule of thumb for the 63 and the 26 is this. If there's only one answer choice that has a number in it, a lot of the times it's incorrect. If one of your answer choices has a number in it on the 63 and 26, a lot of the times it's incorrect. This is an incorrect number. The number is actually 2,500. That is why it's not true.
And they do that on the real exam too.
Yeah. on the 63 and 26 specifically.
Yeah. That's why even Solomon does it.
Yeah.
It's one of those tricky things.
Mm-hmm.
So don't fall for the trap.
Don't fall for it.
All right, everybody. Well, we always hang out after the brew and talk a little bit. So if you want to talk about miscellaneous things, we'll be on afterwards. But we'd want you to go study as well. And if you have any study questions, we'll be on after this too. So you can always ask those questions as well. But for right now, I just want to say thank you all for showing up. AB, thank you for hanging out with us and dropping in, getting another pass notice, hanging out with your Kona swag. I appreciate it. The drip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to appreciate all of you for being here consistently, because that's what it takes. Discipline and consistency.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what test you're taking. If you're not consistent and you're not disciplined to make it happen every day, guess what? It ain't going to happen.
That's right.
You can wish, but you got to put all the effort in to make it actually to execute the plan.
Yes.
So that's how it works. All right, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel for the Studying Brew. We'll have the Series 6. We're going to go over 6 different exam questions for 6 different exams, all test taking techniques.
Yep.
It's going to be a good one. And of course, we got live sessions happening tomorrow for the SIE and the Series 6. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. Remember to wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA. Everyone, have a great night.
Guys, thank you so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to take your quick quizzes before you go to sleep tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.
Have a good one.